once a particular a trader was very fond of Lord Ganesha. He had got a lot of wealth. So he used the gold that he had in order to make an idol of Lord Ganesha, mouse, and then other things for worship, etc. etc. Incidentally, the mouse was bigger than Ganesha because the mouse was the one on which Ganesha was to be seated. So the mouse had to be big enough to balance that Ganesha. And he was very happy with the way he was doing his rituals. Several years later, he came to a bad situation in his life and he had to sell his valuable possessions. So he had to sell even these items which he is using for his daily rituals. So when he went to the jeweler to sell all of this, the mouse and the Ganesha and all other items, he was weighing them and telling him this fetches this much, this fetches this much. So finally, when all the weighing of those items was over, this particular jeweler told this man that the mouse has more value than Ganesha, and that is because, of course, the gold in the mouse was more than the gold in Ganesha. So this man was very upset. He said, how can the mouse, which is such a trivial animal, have more value than Ganesha, which is God itself? This gentleman forgot that he is looking at the external form of Ganesha and the mouse. He is not realizing that the essential element with which both are made is gold. And that is why he is attaching more importance to the external appearance, form and name, and not to the substance. It is the same divinity which is present in each aspect of creation, in good and in bad. It is the same divinity in Rama and Ravana. It is the same divinity in Prahlada and Hiranyakashipa. It is the same divinity in Jesus and Judas. Then what is the difference? Why are they behaving differently? It is because the level of revelation of this divinity in those identities, which is the quantum of illusion or Maya that is affecting it, is different. For example, if there is a pot which has 9 holes and there is a lamp which is lit inside, if you put a light cloth on it, the light will still come out of that cloth because the cloth is thin. If you put a medium-sized cloth on it, there will be less light coming out because the cloth is quite thick. It does not let the light penetrate. If you put a thick cloth on top of that pot with 9 holes, there will be no light coming out because the cloth is too thick and does not permit the light to come out of that. This is called avarana. What are those? That pot with 9 holes? That is the human body with the 9 holes in it. What is the light within? Divinity. And what are the different types of cloth that cover? It is the level of disillusionment in which we are living. If the disillusionment is less, then the light manifests more. If the disillusionment is more, the light manifests is less. If there is total disillusionment, there is no manifestation of light, though there is light inside, and it is only when that is removed will the light reveal itself. So it is the same divinity that is present in all of us. This is the core message of the Vedas. What happens is we are not willing to explore, we are not willing to reflect, we are not willing to internalize this message. And that is why we usually keep that aside and are more interested in doing things, doing bhajans, doing namasmarana, doing meditation, doing service activities. Yes, all of that is extremely important. But let us remember, as one great singer from the North American continent had said, we are human beings. We are not human doings.